Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anytime you get to watch this, your brother and friend Jojo of Demons Media. Today, once again, I stumbled upon some interesting stuff and I thought we should share it. You know, I'm very much into the development of Africa, the peace in Africa. Africa's taking its stand and its position in the world as it's supposed to. A lot of things had been going wrong when it comes to the way the West had dealt with Africa, the way the West had always treated Africa, making us feel like we're not all that. Meanwhile, we are all that, because literally we can be on our own, not needing the West, but they can't. In any way, that is not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about one of the most popular head of states in the world, one of the most loved head of states in Africa and in the diaspora. Who are we talking about? The youngest president in Africa, who might not, fit the regular, the status quo. Yet he's delivering some amazing point that the regulars can't. I've come to the final conclusion that the West is not very happy with this gentleman. And I have also come to the final conclusion that if any African country, any African politician speaks ill of this gentleman that I'm talking about, it will be out of enviness and it will be out of jealousy. Period. Who are we talking about? We're talking about this man that I see him to be a mistake of the West. The reason why I see him to be a mistake of the West is that it's the West's mistakes and the way they seem to have manipulated and had treated Africa that had pushed him for him to come up to be doing the things that he's doing. And to tell you the truth, he's doing amazingly well. Who am I talking about? Ibrahim Traore, the most loved head of states ever. Now, I stumbled upon this video of a politician in Namibia, and this man cannot hide his joy. You know what? Don't let me bore you. Let's just watch the video and come back to Jojo.
This thing going forward. Lastly, you see, Traore has become a hero to Professor. I and him will drink coffee about Traore. But he's doing two good things, that he becomes an international icon. A young guy, younger than many of us. Traore has changed the price of uranium. France was buying uranium from Burkina Faso for $1 billion every year. He stopped the French to buy his uranium. Today, Burkina Faso is making 85 billion from the same resource. We are selling uranium here. We have no nuclear power. We are just talking, everything is nuclear. We are just selling. Whether the Chinese are paying us the best price or not, we don't know. We are also afraid. What if they walk out of this deal? But Traore, a young man, a soldier, has changed his country. That's why Traore is now building up factories, processing plants of agro-processing, because he has resources. We have these resources. When we say some of these things must not be said in the open, but let's drink coffee and talk about the future of our country, we don't listen to one another. So, Foreign Minister, may your door be open for further engagement, deeper engagement in the national interest of our country, so that we start running, because we are crawling. We must start running. And this country has an opportunity to penetrate Africa, to penetrate the world, but we must run in and we must talk to one another so that we get the country going. Thank you.
Welcome back. One of the things that he said, obviously, Traore is only, I think he's 37. He's not even 40 yet. If you look at the things that he's doing, you would think that this is somebody who has been around for a very long time. He's a young boy. He's a young boy, but doing fantastically well. All right. Now look at it. Sometimes people may not understand when I speak about the West, but these are some of the reasons. How do you know the value of something being 85 billion? And then you decide to buy it for 1 billion. Somebody's going to say, oh, it's business. No, my guy, it's not. It's cheating. It is murder. It is wickedness to the core. It is wickedness to the core that you will do this. And you've been doing this, you've been exploiting African countries for a very long time, over 400 years. I give you this one. One time I was walking down the street in London. I'm talking about London. Seeing these structures, how strong and expensive they look. I ask myself, so when these people were doing these things in our countries, what were we doing in Africa? And then something just clicked like this. They were exploiting you guys. They came in, or they will come in, take as much as they want to take, and give you a peanut, chicken change. But we put that one aside. Have we well and truly been doing the things that we should have to have made things a bit clearer and a bit easier for us? No, we have not. That is the reason why Ibrahim Traore is ridiculously important in this dispensation that we are in, because the things that this young boy is doing, it is opening so many eyes and getting people talk in a good way. If you hear the senator from Namibia, you can tell. The gentleman said, we'll drink tea and talk about this. That is to say that Ibrahim Traore has put thought, he has sown seeds, good seeds, into the heads of the politicians to say, let us talk. We can do this. Apart from what this gentleman said, that Traore is sold uranium or something like that used to be sold for 1 billion for 85 billion. Let us look at some of the fantastic things that Ibrahim Traore has helped his country to achieve. 3 years, he has added 3 billion to the country's GDP, from 18.2 or something like that to 22.1 billion. 3 years. He has established 2 state-of-the-art tomato processing plants, first of its kind. 3, production of maize is gone up. 4, production of rice is gone up. 5, production of millet is gone up. 6, he has literally banned gold that are not refined into Europe. 7, he has cut down the minister's salary by 30%. So it's more or less like, come, let us build the country together. This is not where you come up to amass wealth. No, if you're here, you're here. Let's work together. Let us bring Burkina Faso up. Let us bring Burkina Faso out of the trenches that it finds itself in. Let's just talk more some of the things that he has done. He looked at the lawyers of the country and said, why are you wearing wigs and gowns? We don't need this any longer. We are in a new dispensation. We are not in 1847. We are in 2025. We don't need these things. Ban them. Take them off the scene. You understand? He has acquired tractors, cycles, seeds for the farmers. Tomato production has gone up, as I'm saying. You understand? He's done so much that if things goes the way it is going in the next couple of years, Burkina Faso is just going to be one of the most amazing and the most important and beautiful countries in Africa. What are some other things that he did? He paid the local debt. That gives him the space and the room financially to do things. He has refused loans from International Monetary Fund plus the World Bank. That is what is obviously going to ruffle certain feathers, because if they can't give you money for you to use them lazily as things had always been done, that means they cannot have the kind of influence that they would want to have on you. And if they cannot have that kind of influence that they would want to have on you, how are they going to get their natural and the raw resources that they need to power and to do the things that they are doing? This young boy is leading some interesting revolution. The young ones on the continent are for him, are with him. And it's so refreshing to hear that you hear elderly people that are older than him, also catching that fever. Understanding the gentleman saying, you're doing well, kudos, keep on doing what you're doing. Who are you not to well and truly look at this gentleman and say, kudos, you're doing fantastically well? We all need to come together and protect this asset. We have had some fantastic Pan-African people that we did not protect. We allowed the West to infiltrate, influence, and obviously shorten their lives. Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, Muammar Gaddafi, Thomas Sankara, name them. These were the people that had the entire continent at heart. But the moment they started taking certain giant steps, the West said, no, we can't allow this to go on, because all what they want is Africa to be a jungle, underdeveloped as it has always been. So they can come in and buy something that is worth 85 billion for 1 billion. They can come in and infiltrate and influence it to the extent that they will say, we want this, we want that, and they just take it. And not only that, Mama just banned French media in Burkina Faso. Somebody is going to say, oh, that is threat of freedom of expression. Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. He also expelled French troops. Just get out, go. The African is capable of handling his own affairs. Quote by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. As he said, the independence of Ghana is totally useless until or unless it is linked to the total liberation of the entire continent. And I see that our ancestors are with us, not physically, but in an embodiment of Ibrahim Traore. Because what that young man is doing it blows my mind. All these lists that I've given you, you can go and check. Yes, if you have to go to the IMF website, you see that the economy of Burkina Faso is not doing well. The indicators are not very Yes, thank you very much for letting us know all these things. But we can see, because if Maman can raise 84 billion, adding 1 billion every year to the nation's GDP. I don't know. This is so exciting to me. The excitement to me is just so much, because as I said, we are tired. We need to see Africa developing. We need to see Africa growing. We need to see Africa standing in the world where it is supposed to stand. We need to see Africa having table at places that it needs to have table. What is wrong with what Ibrahim Traore is doing? There is nothing wrong. I don't care how he came into power. I care about the fact that he has his people at heart and doing everything that he can to make life meaningful, dignity-wise, bring dignity, bring sanity, and other things to his country. I'm a Ghanaian, a proud one. We share border with Burkina Faso. If there have ever been a time for me to be proud to be sharing border with Burkina Faso, it's now. So let us come together to protect this asset that we have. By the end of the day, as I keep on ranting, as I keep on saying, what do I know? But still, it's my take.